Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed, with all sorts of choppy enunciation in the beginning so that it's easier to cut and splice in the beginning. Little Godsey Ray sat on a bench as the infinite city around him grew darker, another long day coming to an end. His siblings had spent their time watching him from a distance, no one coming close. Even Hokey had come back from his long excursions into the Draylands to stare at him curiously. His misery grew as the night stretched on, and Mama Amaterasu stayed away, evidence of the damage done to his slower-thinking sibling. Of one of my Let's Plays to have an intro. Thumbs up for that. I've also written part of an intro, so you've probably already heard that, so how about that? Anyway, good morning. Oh, my nose itches. Anyway, though, sorry about that. I mentioned the other day how I don't know how I can get up and wake up every day feeling optimistic with a smile on my face. Not every day is like that. Not every day is like that. I don't feel optimistic at all today. And I know that it's totally irrational. Physically, I feel great. I feel wonderful. There's nothing wrong with me physically. I mean, I've been wandering around, I've been doing stuff, I've been cleaning up, I've been doing things, which ties into something later on. But mentally, I'm done. I'm done. I mean, I've been up for like 2 hours and that's it. I mean, it's just, which is not true. Not true. I'm going to have to edit that so I don't get demonetized, but I don't feel good about today. And it's just the way I woke up, combined with other things. Now, I have a washer and dryer that my wife bought, and my washer has had some issues in the past, but it's been doing fine. I came down to start doing my wash this morning. Now, I didn't notice this until afterward, but I went and started up the wash because what I do is once a week you're supposed to run just a load of water. And you put bleach in it, and it bleaches the inside, cleans it, and then you do your wash. It wasn't until it was afterward that I noticed that my housemate's laundry sitting on the floor was wet. Because about a half hour later, I came down to check on things, and the washer wasn't doing anything. It was just sitting there, half full of water, not running. So I canceled the cycle, started emptying it out with buckets because I didn't just want it sitting there with water. And then with the lid up, everything canceled. Halfway through that process, the water finished draining out, and then the motor started running with the lid up and nothing running. And so I was like, oh, great, wonderful. So I unplugged the washer. It's unplugged down there. I can't afford to get it fixed. I don't have the money to go to a laundromat, and I've got a basket full of dirty clothes. So I got to talk with my housemates and then see if it's just needs to be fixed or what. Joy. Happy days. Thumbs up on that. So that added to the joy and the pleasure. And it's just been like that. I mean, not a lot of bad things have happened. Just that. But even before that, I was feeling not good about things. And it's just biochemistry. It's just the way things are. Just the way I woke up with such. It's life. I mean, I know it's not reality. Reality is one way. The way I'm feeling is another. They don't really match up. They're not the same. So yeah, no fear. When you are not thinking clearly, never make any decisions that you cannot walk away from. Very important. I stress that, no fear on my part. Just because I don't feel optimistic about today, just because I don't feel today is a good day, just because today feels horrible, does not mean it actually is. That's just the way it feels. That's my filter. There's reality, there's me, and right now the filter that everything goes through, it comes through happy and friendly and comes out nasty and scary. That's not the way it is. That's just the filter of the way I feel. So thumbs up for that. at least I understand, and hopefully when things like this happen with all y'all out there, y'all can understand it too. It's just your filter, the way the things come through and get changed with your perceptions. So, give it another day. Never make a decision that you cannot walk away from. Oh yes, I keep wanting to talk about this. I thought about it because I think about it all the time, but I keep forgetting to talk about it on here. I've talked about it a little bit, but with my sleep apnea machine, there's a mask and there's the machine. There's a long tube that runs between the two. That's, if you set it so it's on one end's on the floor and one end comes up, it's only about like 3 feet long, like a yard, a meter. And the thing is, though, they have to put them into tubes in packages so they come semi-coiled. You've got the end and then it runs, and then you've got the other end and it's all in the package. Sometimes the tubes get a kink in them. The tube I have right now, and it's the only one I have, and they only give you so many per year, so I've got to wait a little longer before I can even get a new one. It has a turn and a permanent twist in it where it goes wee and then goes in a loop-de-loop and comes out the other side. Because of that loop-de-loop, if I lay on my back, it twists the mask out all a tube where it comes in, because it goes in an L. And the L part attaches to the face, so it turns like this. It's the mask tubing, and so it goes like this. But because of that, and the way the kink in the tube is, it pushes it down in such a way that it is uncomfortable, and it gets in the way, and it's very difficult just to try and get things together while you're laying on your back. You lay on your side, same thing. It's either going to, because of the twist, fall against your face, or fall and cling tightly and hug your neck. Other direction, same deal except in a different direction. It twists and pulls this thing and then falls and twists in such a way that it goes up against your face or against your neck. It's awful. There's 3 positions that you can take. I can't sleep on my stomach, so I don't know. And each one of those positions, that loop-de-loop and then a little bit of turn in it, has it so that it falls in all the wrong ways that is thoroughly annoying, and you cannot sleep while it's going funk up against your face. It's even worse. It's like the devil itself designed this thing, because I was sitting up on the side of my bed getting ready for bed the other night. And the kink and the twist in it is just in the right position, that it loops around my foot, so that if I move my foot, it's going to yank my sleep apnea machine off the stand and onto the floor. And the tube just goes ding, fwink, right around my foot without even touching the foot until it's around my ankle. It's ridiculous. Standing up, same deal. I was standing and the kink and the loop and then was in such a way that it whipped around the base of the stand that I keep my machine on and wanted to pull the whole thing over by itself that way. It's like Satan himself designed it to be as annoying and horrific as possible in every single situation that you can possibly have. Every single position that you can possibly be in, you have to be super careful or you're going to destroy the machine because of the way it loops around your body or the stuff around. It is horrific. I cannot wait until the time comes up that I can get an actual properly working tube. Ugh. And you can get 2 types, of course, one with wiring in it and one with not. If you get the kind without wiring, of course it's semi-heated air, because it goes over a reservoir tank that you need to humidify your air, because if you're getting over X amount of pressure, you need to have it humidified or you're going to dry out horribly. So it runs over that, and then of course if it's not heated, then it accumulates inside the tube and you have to dump the water out. You can get like a full 30 cc's, an ounce of water inside the tube, just going inside the tube as you're trying to breathe and sleep. Or you can get it heated, in which case it keeps it warm and then it what's the word? Evaporates the moisture on the inside of the tube so you don't have to deal with that. That's the kind I've got, which is probably why the kink and twist in it is just staying. Oh, it's just horrific. It is nasty and awful, and I wish I could set it on fire. Thumbs up for that. Past that, just surviving. Little Gojira, she's doing really well down inside of her little mason jar. Now, Dust Mop. I took him out of his cage last night, and he's got a mix of paper and wood bedding in his cage. But he is so floofy that the bedding is getting caught in his fur, and then it's matting around that. So when I picked him up, he had all these mats that wouldn't come out. So I took my little scissors and I trimmed down his fur. He's not anywhere near as fluffy as he used to be. I didn't cut off anything but just the wild overcoat. So he's not freezing or anything. It's just the electromagnetic dust mop part of his fur has been trimmed away. And he took it real well. I mean, he just sat there while I went snip, 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 and got all the stuff off of him. It's only toward the end, when it was having to get the last parts that were annoying, that he was turning and sniffing at the scissors. So I had to be very careful not to hurt him or to snip off any whiskers and stuff. But he did really, really well, and the loss of fur was awesome. Because I did that last night, and when I checked on him this morning, no fur stuck in his bedding anymore. It's very, very cool. I can't show you right now. He's on the other side of his home. He's asleep. Now, she's got her mason jar. The other ones generally have mounds that they make, and then they'll climb up and then into the mound, and then they've got their burrow inside of the mound. Dust Mop is not doing that. What he does is he just gets to the other side of his cage and then goes blurf, well, home, and then just digs in underneath and gets in. So you can't, when you look inside, you don't really see any indication there's a hamster in there if he's buried, because he doesn't bother making a nest. He just buries himself over there and then eats and such. So it's, when you first look in, and I can't show you right now, and I'm sorry, and hopefully I'll get it later, you just can't really tell there's a hamster in there until you see things moving around when he's eating or digging around. And that part's cute. So it's a definite thumbs up. All the others are just, they have, like I said, it's like a termite mound or an anthill where it just goes roof, and then there's the hole where they go bloop, and they go down inside of their burrows, and it's really, really cute. The best thing to do with your hamster, if you can, the more bedding, the deeper they have, the better. Not because it's like, oh, then you can go longer between cleanings. No. Hamsters are burrowing creatures, and they love to burrow and dig. And the deeper your bedding, the more burrows that they can make that go around and go places. Like little Dust Mop, he had some tunnels and such inside of his home where he could get in, buried himself underneath this side, and then he could come out up over here without having to dig his way up and over. And so it's a good thing. Hamsters are awesome. And I've talked about this before, but it's a really, really minor thing. I watched this one channel's mouse videos, and they have a lot of mice. When I say a lot, they're not like 15, 20 or anything like that. They have like maybe 6 mice total that I've seen that they keep in all these neat cages. And one of them was a mouse called Mara who had a tumor in her abdominal area. Now, if you can have money and you can have surgery and it's going to be okay if the vet thinks it is, then go for the surgery to extend their little lives. There's nothing wrong with that. But they were unsure because in a lot of cases you take the tumors out and within 3 or some odd months they'll grow back. And so you're putting your little fuzzy thing through all this for no real good reason. And so they were unsure whether or not this little mouse, Amara, female mouse, was going to get the surgery to get rid of the tumor or just let her pass. Well, one of the latest videos they have, she's got a little shaved belly and they got rid of the tumor. She had surgery and she's doing really, really well. And that's good, and I feel glad because it's a cute mouse. one of the things they have is like a doll house, and so they have all these little mouse-sized things. They have a little bed, and they've been having all these baby mice. And then there's Amara and this other mouse called Midas. None of the babies are theirs, but all mice generally love babies. Some of them, of course, I mean, they all have individual personalities. Some will hate babies, some will love babies. These two ones love babies. And so they're just absolutely taking care of them, and they eat food. And the cute thing about it is they have like little books and such like that. And the little mouse Midas, when he's going around, he grabs little things like the books and he digs them back up onto the bed and he puts them up next to the other mouse, and then she'll sniff at them, and then they'll go over and they'll play with the babies. And then Midas will go over and he'll grab another book and he'll bring it over. And it's just cute. Oh, I just love those little mice. It is a good thing. And even though I'm not feeling good about life or myself or the universe or anything at all like that, I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. No matter what, I do appreciate absolutely each and every one of you. As stated, just because I feel bad, I know it's a temporary biochemical thing. Anyway, though, if I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. American English speaker, I count from 1 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language and I get lost, I've even screwed up how I normally do that one. So I'm going to call it my Chrome. I can't remember how the things I normally say, if there's any more. So A Lemon Pie 407, thumbs up and thank you. Code Bear, greatly appreciated. Ruben Flores, thumbs up and thank you. Not Aaron, whoa, son of a gun. Thank you very much. And Confused Owl 29, thumbs up and thank you. Alex MJ Broken 64, greatly appreciated. Shub Nigaroth 1928 DeLuca, haha, I love H.P. Lovecraft characters. Kathy Kitscat, after all, Shub Nigaroth, Black Goat of the Wood with 1,000 young. Kathy Kitscat, thumbs up and thank you. Lael, not Lael, heck of a name, thumbs up and thank you. We have Blazing Tacos, thumbs up and thank you very much. Isobum, Boy YT, well, everybody gets older. Everybody gets older. Lazy Mode, thumbs up and thank you very much. Thank you very much for the advice, it does help. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up and thank you. Russian Timing, thumbs up and thank you very much. Bailey Snyder, greatly appreciated. Young Prince, thumbs up and thank you. Then we have, Wiz Lard, heck of a name, thumbs up and thank you. We have The Cat Dog, thumbs up and thank you very much. $1 Peep Show, heck of a name. And then we have Potatotron, thumbs up and thank you very much. You do remind me, I keep forgetting to do things, so I'm going through and checking stuff. Richard J, thumbs up and thank you very much. Shivanji Pandey, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. Antonio Labas, thumbs up and thank you. And last but not least, Paladin William, thumbs up and thank you all so very, very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and it is appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I started up my channel so that I could recover from the grief of the death of my wife, and not only has that worked, I have been coming out of the depression that has gripped me my whole life. I have been recovering, and it has been wonderful, and it has been all thanks to you out there. Thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. It is because of wonderful and generous people like you that I'm able to survive. With the way things are, I don't make enough money to live. Everybody that helps me out, you are beautiful and wonderful people. And if you would like to help me out, but do not want to contribute to one of those two things, I have an PayPal link down below if you want to contribute that way. And if you wanted to help me out without actually sending money, I have an Amazon wish list. Haha, brought it around. If you could check that out, I have hamster food, cat food, me food, silly things, non-silly things. If you could check that out, that would be awesome. I don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. How about that? And motions to go with it. Well, I've got this video, I've got another video that I hopefully will get recorded and edited. We shall see what happens. I'm going to feel better. Today is an anomaly. If I have to go to bed and just sleep for part of the day, then that's what I got to do. So you take care. Have a great day today. Excuse me. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Remember, when you feel bad, never make any decisions that you cannot walk away from. Definitely a thumbs up.